Episode 1, High Diddle Riddle. It's a standout episode because, well, it's the very first episode of the series, and it had the task of defining what an on-screen Batman could be for a new generation. And boy, does it deliver. From the very start, the show is everything its reputation suggests. Campy, melodramatic, confident, and stylistically coherent. All of the iconic elements are already in place. The bat phone, the bat pulls leading into the Batcave, the spinning bat transitions, the wall climbing gag, it's all here. Truly, the only staple missing from this episode are those on-screen pows and bams. And really, that's only because there isn't even a fight scene in this episode. The villain, unsurprisingly, is the Riddler, played by Frank Gorshin. And man, is his performance electric. This man is wild, bursting with energy. And that suit, it makes him absolutely impossible to look away from. Allegedly, Frank Gorshin actually designed it himself. He despised the skin-tight green jumpsuit from the comics, so he came up with this question mark suit himself. That being said, it didn't stop him from slipping into a version of that jumpsuit later this very same episode. The plot kicks off at the Moldavian Pavilion at the Gotham City World's Fair, where the Moldavian Prime Minister is preparing to unveil some mysterious national treasure. But before the ceremony can begin, someone commits an act of cake-based terrorism. Luckily, no one's hurt. As it turns out, this bomb was nothing more than a riddle dispersal system. The police are confounded and see no other option but to call in Batman and Robin. We cut to Wayne Manor, where we get our first taste of our hero's home life. Bruce Wayne and his ward, Dick Grayson, live together in stately Wayne Manor. Notice I said his ward, not adopted son. That's because Dick is technically under the guardianship of his Aunt Harriet, who, unlike Alfred, is completely unaware that Bruce and Dick spend their free time running around in capes and solving mysteries. After receiving the call to action, Batman and Robin make their way to the police station, where they realize that the Riddler's plan may have been to get Batman and Robin involved all along. The riddles point Batman and Robin to the Peel Art Gallery, and we get a scene that was ripped right from Batman comic number 171. The dynamic duo crash in on what appears to be the Riddler stealing an ivory cross from the gallery owner at gunpoint. Batman and Robin spring into action, subduing and arresting the Riddler, though not without leaving a little collateral damage in their wake. With the Riddler in cuffs, his henchmen appear and start taking photos? Mr. Peel explains that this was all a huge misunderstanding. Riddler wasn't stealing the cross, he was there to lend it to the gallery. And the Riddler's gun? Merely a cigarette lighter. After some gloating, the Riddler's plan is made clear. He presents Batman with a $1 million lawsuit for assault, slander, and false arrest, wherein Batman and Robin will be forced to reveal their secret identities to the public. Now, I'm no lawyer, but I'm pretty sure this plan would never hold up in court. Besides the fact that Batman is a duly deputized agent of the law, and he absolutely had probable cause given the fake gun, the Riddler can literally be tied back to an act of terrorism. Screw the art gallery, how is that not ground for arrest? And another side note, I know this is meant to be a lighter version of Batman, and maybe I expect just a little too much. I just cannot believe that any version of Batman, with all of his supposed training, would ever just lie there and let a villain point a gun in his face and pull the trigger, especially a gun that he believes to be a real loaded weapon. I get why they went with this scheme for the Riddler. It's funny and memorable, and I can see how it works on paper. Riddler uses Batman's own sense of justice against him, which is a genius use of his character. But in practice, it's more of a one-off gag than a real plot device. If you're hoping for a Batman and Robin courtroom drama, I'm sorry to say you'll be sorely disappointed, as the whole affair is dropped almost immediately in favor for more action. But hey, who's complaining? You see, Riddler has also co-opted the help of the infamous Molehill Mob, another idea taken from Batman number 171. And he's using them to plan something even bigger. After solving a few more, admittedly pretty silly riddles,
Right you are.
Batman and Robin wind up at a go-go club, and this is easily the highlight of the episode. Robin isn't actually allowed inside the club since he's underage, so the focus shifts to Batman, who immediately becomes the life of the party, while Robin is stuck outside watching the feed from the Batmobile. It's hilarious how quickly Batman forgets his mission and just starts living it up on the dance floor, basking in the attention of every girl in the room.
Please, it's Batman!
He's eventually drawn to Molly, a femme fatale of the Molehill Mob, who plays him like a fiddle. Even after she flat out gives him a creepy riddle, Batman still accepts a suspicious drink from the bartender and continues to dance with her. This is where things take a turn for the dramatic. While Robin is distracted, the Riddler and his Molehill Mob climb out of a nearby manhole and use a blowgun dart to knock out the Boy Wonder. After a failed attempt to first steal and then destroy the Batmobile, they settle on simply kidnapping Robin instead. Meanwhile, Batman is discovering that the Batman special the bartender gave him may have been more than just orange juice. He's been drugged. And as Batman falls to the floor, Molly slips away unnoticed. Sometime later, Batman finally arrives at the crime scene, but it's too late. The Riddler has already gotten away, and Batman is in no shape to drive after them in his current condition. What follows is a surprisingly heartbreaking moment, where Batman, in all the panic of a concerned parent, slumps over the wheel of the Batmobile in a quasi-drunken stupor and just sobs as the crushing weight of the helplessness truly sinks in.
Out of my way, I said. I've got to go after Robin.
Hand me the key, Batman.
I don't like seeing Batman like this, but the moment really goes to show the range and acting ability of Adam West. For a moment, you genuinely feel sadness for Batman, who was, just a minute ago, doing the iconic Batusi dance. And the troubles don't end there. We cut to the Molehill Mob's secret underground lair, where Robin is strapped to a medical table. The whole gang crowds around him, watching eagerly as they await whatever dastardly procedure the Riddler has planned for the Boy Wonder. It's here that Frank Gorshin's acting chops really shine, leaning into the Riddler's darker, more menacing side, even if he is wearing that skin-tight green suit he hates so much. All in all, Gorshin's performance is really a standout for me. He's charismatic and goofy, yet can turn truly intimidating in an instant. I can't wait to see him again in part 2. That's right, this episode, like most episodes of Batman, is a two-parter. And it ends with a dramatic cliffhanger, yet another one of the series' most beloved staples. This episode was a bit of a slow start for my liking, but it mostly lived up to my expectations. I am, however, excited to see how much wackier the show gets, once it truly comes into its own. Some highlights for me were, of course, anytime the Riddler was on screen and the entire Go-Go Club sequence. Another smaller moment that stuck with me comes right after Batman and Robin scale the side of the art gallery. Robin's about to toss the bars that Batman cut from a window down to the street below, but Batman stops him, reminding him to first consider pedestrian safety. He then produces a suction cup bat hook, sticks it to the wall, and safely hangs the bars. Truthfully, this scene drags the momentum of an episode down to a crawl, but I think I love it. It's campy in all the right ways, I don't know. And so we've come to the end of our very first review.
Is this the ghastly end of our dynamic duo?
You'll have to find out tomorrow. I've been Armpit the Clown. Thanks for watching.